did an interview with Carisha, and he used the word contaminating. And putting my siblings in it with that. If you know me, this shit make me so mad. If you know me, I love and respect my siblings with everything in me. And they respect me and love me with everything in them. When you getting on their nerves, I'm who they call. My siblings, most of my siblings, teenagers. Teenagers you don't want to let grow up. But okay. Another thing. You keep speaking on...
What's good, guys? Man, I know y'all seen this clip, G. Oh, man. I gotta really speak on this, man. I really gotta talk about it, G. Before we get started, though, man, all my people on TikTok, don't forget to follow. And all my people on Instagram, don't forget to follow. And everybody on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man. But yeah, this Boosie and his daughter situation, man. Man, it was so hurtful to watch, man. I think any man that got a daughter, man, when they see those type of videos, even the other daughter that was cussing all on the live and all the passion that be coming from those father and daughter dynamics, you know what I mean? And like I was trying to tell a lot of people, man, if you come from the South, right, and it's like a Christian background, Muslim background, you know, in the South, you got different people with different religion backgrounds and things of that nature. But one of the things that's not accepted is homosexual activity, you know what I mean, anything like that. And a lot of things that Boosie was saying is some of the things that we grew under and we seen for ourselves, meaning like if we seen like a pastor or their daughters or their sons was in those type of situations where I grew up at, they call them out right there in the church right there. They put them on blast right there. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I was a little kid and I would see them trying to pray those demons and things out of those individuals. But the way Boosie came off, you know what I mean, saying contaminating the other siblings and things of that nature, is what we see a lot of that within our communities growing up with people that come from those backgrounds, like their religious backgrounds, where they don't agree with that. They're not attending no marriages. They're not celebrating no relationships that is connected to those type activities because of their belief system. You know what I mean? So a lot of people's bashing him online, but if you come from the South or you come from that environment in your belief system where they don't believe in those type of activities or homosexual activities, they're not going to allow that to be acceptable within their home, around their families, or any of that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's unacceptable, man. As hurtful as it looked to watch that video, and any man that has a daughter to understand what I'm talking from, that pain that she feeling, just being accepted by her father, and her father understanding that this is her lifestyle, but his religion background and his standards for his daughters and his kids is for them not to walk into that lifestyle. And like I said before, growing up in the churches and stuff like that, and they praying them demons out of you, they putting you on blast in front of everybody, calling you up to the front, like it was raw. Like they didn't play no games when it came to stuff like that. They'll call you right out in the church, embarrass you right in the church. They praying them demons right out you right there. You know what I'm saying? So like I said before, it's no different from let's say you get into a relationship with a different culture or something like that, and their family don't like, you know what I mean, African-American people, and you get to dating one of them. They'll look like you. Once again, it'll be something like you contaminating the family. We don't want that to be the standard for our family, for our other kids to be dating African-American people. And I've seen this before, you know what I mean? And it's going, like I said before, it's just like how you was brought up, how you was raised, and things of that nature, and the standard of the family. You know what I mean? Especially, like I say, religious backgrounds and people that are Christians and different, they're not going for that. You know what I mean? So when people looked at it as so harsh, it's like, man, where y'all grew up at? Everybody I knew that believed in God, you know what I mean, or believed in the faith This is an abomination. They will never allow that to happen and be celebrating and going to homosexual marriages and allowing the kids to bring their significant other over in that background. Never gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you, the standards was the standards. I'm being real, I'm being honest. As hurtful as that video looked when I watched it, what we grew up under, what Boosie said was light compared to what would be happening behind the scenes. Like, it would be bad, like super bad. You know what I mean? Especially if you grew up in the South, or those people that come from those Southern backgrounds that really stand on their beliefs, they're not gonna shake for none of that. No tears, no heartfelt messages. If they believe it's of the devil or it's evil, they're not gonna shake a wing on anything. It's gonna be the standards is the standards. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. You shouldn't be orchestrating your life like this, and you need to clean it up. But they come harsher. They come direct. You know what I mean? They not gonna be doing no plan with that. So it's like when I seen the Boosie thing, as harsh as it sounded what Boosie was saying, I seen worse. You know what I'm saying? I seen worse. Because the standards of what they're looking for, or what they're trying to grow you to be, you know what I'm saying, is not that. You know what I mean? I feel like I heard a Tyrese interview or something like that, right? And he was talking about how, like, a lot of people never seen how to be a husband, or women how to be a wife. They never came from a background that taught them how to be a father and things of that nature in the proper and right way. So everybody learning things on the fly. You know what I'm saying? And what they seen just growing up. And it may have not have been the right way to do things, you know what I'm saying? Even my mom, she would tell me that a lot of the things that she learned came from the Cosby shows and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Seeing those black families and things on television and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just seeing how they conducted themselves as a family. And like I said before, where we come from, especially in our religious backgrounds and things of that nature, it's always been the standard to not have homosexual relationships and things of that nature. You know what I mean? They praying them demons out you. They going to work on you when you even come out and say that, or come. See, this the thing that I'm trying to say. Like, in this era, it's so cool to come out and say those things and be comfortable. Back in the days, you could never do this. Like, literally never do this. Like, even in the church, it's so many homosexual activities going on. It's a lot of it. Like, back in the days, that was not acceptable. You know what I mean? It's just like, the standard was the standard, and you was gonna stick to the standard because they wasn't allowing this. They wasn't gonna let this happen. Now you might see a whole choir full of people that are entertaining or doing those things. I don't know, in a sense, it kind of got a little bit more wicked over the years, because people allow a lot of things to slide that they used to let slide back in the days. You know what I mean? Because of the feelings, because of the emotion, it's being pushed a little bit more. You know what I mean? With the television shows and a lot of things that they're promoting it a lot more than they used to back in the days. You got to think, back in the days, it wasn't accepted to do those type of things. You know what I mean? It's like, nowadays it's just pushed, and they putting the antics all out there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, man, a lot of people didn't come from them perfect backgrounds with a father and mother in the home, great marriage, raising the kids, they going to good schools, having money. A lot of people, this first generation millionaires. You know what I mean? First generation where a father was not doing life in jail. You know what I mean? And not being able to be around their kids and stuff like that. A lot of the generations that we come from, our dads and some people, even mothers, did a lot of times in jail. We lived at the grandparents' house. We lived in foster care. You know what I mean? It was a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we really didn't have the structure to understand how to properly build a child up and give them that great polish to understand life. And then you talking putting religion in it. And then that's when it get messy, because I didn't understand that neither, because it's like they saying they doing the church thing and they following God, but then they doing something like with the homosexual things. It's like, you know what I mean? It confuses me, because I'm like, are we studying and reading the knowledge, Do we got the knowledge, or is we just gonna say we studying and learning the knowledge, but we going against it? But it's like, how can you be in the house of God and be doing that? That's the thing that I'm confused with, because if I'm not mistaken, when I watched the video, she was talking about going to church and all of that. I just don't understand, how do we lead into the darkness if we going into church and we learning the right way to live? How do we go to that and then we stay in that? And then we don't understand what our Father is saying at the end. It's like, the teaching don't teach that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. The teaching don't teach that. It don't teach nothing about people being homosexuals, you know what I mean, women and women and man and man. No, that's not, because you put on this earth to reproduce. So it's like, how we doing this? You know what I mean? And then it's like, what, sperm and all of that? Nah, bro. Like what I'm saying, like what Boosie was saying was so harsh, but at the same time, if you come from a religious background, it's unacceptable, man. The standards are the standards, right? And you stick within your righteous ways, even though the world might not understand it, because everybody is accepting homosexuality and, you know what I mean, all this girl on girl and man on man. But it's not accepted in the, in the faith and the walk with God. People ain't going for that. You know what I mean? Like I say, back in the days, it was harsh. It was, they put you on blast. They brought you up. They called you out right there in the church. They called your name out. They said it. They you know what I mean? They preached to you. They getting them demons out of you. Nowadays, is that get on social media, man, that pastor might not even be able to preach no more. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, the standards are different now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, Boosie putting that apology out, I understood why he did that, because it wasn't like I don't think a father want to hurt their daughter, but the whole thing is, it's like, I just want you to do right by yourself, by God, and by your father. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think no man want to do that. Like, seeing your daughter cry and pain, like even the words that she said, man, I don't care. You could be the toughest gangster in the world, man, the toughest man in the world. Certain things that your daughter said just make tears roll down your eyes, man. And both of the daughters, I done seen messages that, man, that touched my heart. I'm like, whoa, you feel me? Because if you got a daughter, you understand that, man. Like that pain that come from that, even watching that video was so hurtful to see, man. But like I said before, it's the standards of his belief system. And that's what they come from, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand it because I've seen it most of my life, and how people don't accept that in those religious backgrounds like that, man. They don't accept that when they walk with God. They're not going to accept that. They're not accepting it. They're not allowing it to come around. They're not, as the words that he's saying is what been said for years, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So for people to be out here like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Boosie said that. Man, boy, I done seen worse, bro. I done seen worse, bro. No lie, G. Well, that's all I got to say about that, man. I'm out.